Francisco Guzman. I'm the executive assistant to John Torres, so I do whatever he tells me to do. So, it is my honor to start introducing our Masters of Ceremony. But before we get to the person here who has been with us, fourth year, we would like to thank Univision Communications because without them, this would not be possible. It's a celebration, and I would like to start with a special mention of Angel A. Vasquez. He's the Director of Communications and Community Empowerment. He's the guy to know about scheduling. He's the bridge maker to our activities and our support. He's new on the job, so be kind to him and be patient. He will try to get to know everybody, so please say hello as you are making your rounds and networking. Now it is my pleasure to introduce you, for those of you that have come back, reintroduce you to Ms. Liliana Allende. In the journal we have a lot of good stuff, but I want to make it short and sweet so you can actually spend more time with her. And what I want to say is you are going to be in front of a powerhouse, because when we're talking about los tres próceres, it's not just dudes that do good work. You also have strong women who actually are making Latinos proud because of what they do with their brains, and she started at 15, and what she continues to do, and what she wants to do more with her life. So this is a phase in her life, and she makes us proud. So please, round of applause to welcome her.
Wow, that was an introduction. My name is Liliana Allende. I work for Univision 41. I'm the weather anchor. It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight. ¿Alguien que habla español aquí hoy? ¿Sí? Ah, claro. Me dijeron, dilo en inglés, y yo dije, pero los latinos tienen que estar aquí, ¿no? En los tres próceres antillanos. Así que saludos a todos. Perdonen mi inglés, como decía Marc Anthony, Celia Cruz, y not very good looking, pero resolvemos. Así que esta noche para mí es un placer estar aquí. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I'm delighted to be the Master of Ceremonies with these great people that I love so much and that have done so much for the community. And Univision 41 is always delighted as well to say, yes, we're going to be there. So we're here for you tonight, and I hope it keeps repeating every year. I am very pleased to welcome each and every one of you to Save Latin America. This is the 19th Annual Awards Gala of Los Tres Proceres Antillanos. So I would like to ask you right now to stand up so we can have our national anthem of the United States of America and also the Save Latin America hymn. un aplauso, que viva América, los Estados Unidos. Aquí estamos para triunfar, ¿verdad que sí? Bueno, please remain standing. I would like to welcome Minister Daniel Valentine, if he can come with me. Minister Valentine's mission and passion have been to help the community. He has worked diligently with individuals to find their path and to break the cycle of suffering and have the joy in living. Welcome.
Let us humbly bow our heads. Dear God, we invoke your presence and peace with us tonight as we fellowship and celebrate Save Latin America's Los Tres Proceres Antillanos and Uganda. We worship and praise you. We ask you to bless our gathering, the food we will eat, the liquids we will drink, the chairman Antonio Barria, the executive director Johnny Torres, board of directors, sponsors, and everyone here tonight. We thank you for the honorees who have given so much of themselves and contributed to the well-being and happiness and welfare of our communities. We ask that you bless our time together as we celebrate our traditions, legacies, heritage, and contributions to our communities. We also ask for healing blessing for Dr. Hector Rodriguez's wife who had a minor injury and couldn't make it tonight. We ask all these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. Right now you can sit down, rest, and enjoy the view, a beautiful view of our city. In this moment, I would like to welcome Johnny Torres. He's the Executive Director of Save Latin America, the one that was dancing now to the song. And he has a spirit that I would like to have for the rest of my life. Mr. Torres retired from the food industry in 1989 after 29 years of service. He then created the Institute for Human Development in New Jersey. As president of the Institute, Mr. Torres is dedicated his creation of programs for the Spanish-speaking salespersons, executive, small businesses groups, and also other organizations. Since 1997, Mr. Torres has been the executive director of Save Latin America, a 501 community-based organization located, as we know, in Union City, New Jersey. A very special person, una persona con mucha alma, con mucha pasión, con mucho corazón, alguien que admiro mucho personalmente, y para mí es un placer presentarte. Let's welcome Johnny Torres, Executive Director of Save Latin America.
Thank you, Liliana. Be presented by a princess. That doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often that you are presented by a princess. But I'm lucky. Now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Proceres Antillanos Gala Awards presentation. We really appreciate your support to commemorate great men from the past generation while honoring outstanding leaders of the present. Eugenio María de Hostos from Puerto Rico, Juan Pablo Duarte from Dominican Republic, and Jose Martí from Cuba. Three Caribbean forefathers. They were writers, educators, poets, and freedom fighters. They were seeking to improve the political status and living condition of their respective islands. As we memorialize Hostos, Duarte, and Martí, we also pay tribute to outstanding leaders of the Caribbean origin, two men and a woman who have achieved financial freedom, and with it, they are providing better living conditions for Hispanics by creating job opportunities, by improving neighborhoods, and providing services and activities geared to conquer higher levels of prosperity for our communities. I'd like you to give a big hand to Jenny Jorge from Santo Domingo. For Jose Perez from Puerto Rico. And from Luis Alamo from Cuba. Tonight we'll also be presenting Los Tres Proceres Antillanos Corporate Award to Hackensack UMC Palisades. Well, Save Latin America is a lucky organization. Save Latin America was born under a bright star. Look around you. Look around the room. You constitute a tremendous group of Save Latin America supporters, representing corporations, foundations, government, private professionals, and community leaders. That's what you represent. Collectively, you provide Save Latin America with the resources we use to assist thousands of people in need who come to our centers year after year seeking to alleviate the burdens and inequities. In fact, Save Latin America with its programs and services have touched directly the lives of men and women only in the number of over 500,000 in the last few years, thanks to you. Men and women that have come to our doors looking, men and women of every age that have come to our doors looking for help. And somehow, thanks to you, we have been able to help over 500,000. And I'm talking only with 3 programs. I'm not talking all of them. And then, God only knows how many we have touched indirectly through our mediums. Take Channel 41. Channel 41 from day one, 18 years, have been providing help to Save Latin America. Take WADO. WADO gives Save Latin America a half hour for us to promote our programs and activities. Hundreds of people call us on a monthly basis from what they hear in the programs. And when we think about Save Latin America and media support, we have to think of El Especialito. Week after week, the Especialito newspaper, the largest Hispanic circulation in the United States, according to Pew, we receive week after week, started on 1 page, now we have 2 or 3, for 18 years, week after week. So when we talk about support from our media, El Especialito, with all due respect, is the king. Let's give a big round to El Especialito. In closing, let me share with you the following information. Save Latin America received its main financial support from the following 4 industries: the healthcare industry, the medical insurance industry, the banking and finance industry, and the food and beverage industry. And when we talk about the food and industry, we have one king above. It's Coca-Cola. And we have a special recognition for Coca-Cola tonight, and I'd like to call Mr. Carcaño to do that presentation for us. Let's give Mr. Carcaño with a name like that. That's a very weak, very, very weak applause. Let's give him hard for him.
They said I don't need a microphone, but I'll keep it down a little bit. I want to welcome each and one of you to our gala tonight. Johnny has mentioned, without your support, we would not be able to actually do the work we so diligently do every day at Save Latin America. And we have quite a number of our sponsors here. But we have one individual who I've known for years, and this young man tenaciously works day in and day out to make sure the Latino and the Latino communities throughout the country are spoken for, have a champion somewhere in the United States. We have called on this individual and the great company he works for time and time again. And always, and I refer to him not as a friend, but as mi hermano. Tony, you have our support. This man is a luminary, exemplifies what it is to be un humano de dignidad, un humano que tiene principios, it has principles, and stands for them in his company. I want you to please help me welcome mi hermano, Rudy Becerra, Vice President for Latin Affairs for the great Coca-Cola Company. Rudy. Mr. Chairman, I don't hear you. Give him a real good.
Muchísimas gracias. It's Senior Vice President.
Perdón. I know he grew.
I was promoted, no. Let me know. Damas y caballeros, es un gran placer recibir este reconocimiento. Pero entre tú y yo, there's been so many people that I stood on their shoulders. From my father, who was a ward chairman in South Perelas in New Mexico, who taught me about being humble, being honored to serve the community. He delivered votes at that time. My brother, who was one of the youngest individuals to serve in state government. To my mother, who always taught us about doing the right thing. But at the end of the day, it's the people that helped me out. And there was an individual who helped me out. No era Latino, era Italiano. His name was Senator Pito Minichi from New Mexico. And he saw something in me that I didn't see in me. And he brought me to Washington, and that started the trajectory that I have today. You know, he brought me to Washington. From Washington, D.C., I worked at the RNC. Then I worked for an individual that we all heard, actually an individual that I felt so honored to work for. And one of the first individuals in 1986 I met was Tony Badia. I worked in the Reagan White House. I worked in the Reagan White House in the Office of Public Liaison, and my job was to open the door of the White House to everybody. What a great honor. And somebody said, Rudy, how was it working for President Ronald Reagan? I said, well, you know what? When you work for a very popular president, somebody who really impacted the world, that's not a bad job. But when I met people like Tony and others, what it showed was it was all about democracy. It was about save Latin America. That's what he preached. That's what he talked about. But during that process, I met another individual In 1986, we had the first White House Conference of Small Business. I know this is, I'm just taking a little long.
No.
This is, we had the first White House Conference of Small Business. That President Ronald Reagan believed that small business was the backbone of America. Never in the history of this country has something like that been done. In 1986, after that conference, there was 86 laws impacting small business that we live by today. But there was one individual that I was asked to communicate with. I was told there was a Latino by the name of Roberto Bosqueta, who was the CEO of Coca-Cola. And my job was to invite speakers to this conference. So I called the Coca-Cola company. I remember to this day, I called. I said, my name is Rudy Becerra. I'm calling from the White House. I'd like to speak to Mr. Bosqueta. And they promptly hung up on me. 35 minutes later, I called back. I said, I know you think this is a crank call, pero please, if you can have him call me. So he called me up. He said, Rudy Becerra, es Vasco. No, pero puedo hablar en español. So we started a friendship. With 24 hours after I left the Reagan White House, 28 years to almost this day, he hired me at Coca-Cola. Mr. Bosqueta, 28 years ago, saw that there was a place for Latinos. He saw the emergence of the Latino community. He saw that corporate America had to be investing in the Latino community. And he was a visionary 28 years ago. And to this day, we're the only company that has a standalone office, my office, that reports to the CEO and the president of the company. So on behalf of my role models, Tony, you're one of my role models. We've known each other for many years. I'm very humbled to receive this award. I just feel blessed for the people that helped me achieve what I've been able to achieve. Muchísimas gracias.
Mr. Becerra, in the name of the Board of Directors of Save Latin America, our chairman, and the name of all the people in this room, our supporters, in appreciation of everything you do for us, accept this token of appreciation. And I want you to know, Mr. Becerra, a good deal of the people in this room are supermarket owners. They carry your products. Let's give him a big round. All right. So that was from Mr. Becerra from Coca-Cola, a tremendous supporter of Save Latin America. But then we have Inca Cola. And we have a very special recognition for Inca Cola. Please get up and stand up and let's give him a big round of applause to the people from Inca Cola. All right. They're always in all the events of Save Latin America. And then I mentioned the food industry. The food industry, my Lord. That was my industry for 29 years. And today in Save Latin America, one of our big sponsors is Crasdale Food, Bravo and Seatown Supermarkets, and a substantial group of manufacturers. So I'd like to give my very, very heartfelt congratulations to the people from the food industry. And you know what? Next year, we're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of Proceres Antillanos. And Crasdale is talking to Save Latin America. We're going to have a big party. And you are going to be there. All right. And then when we talk about supporters of Save Latin America, my Lord, we have our chairman, Antonio Barria, who gives lavishly of his efforts, his time, and believe me, his monies. He's not a chairman to serve just as a community chairman from an organization. He puts his monies in it, a lot of it. And then, my dear friend, we have the team of volunteers. We have volunteers that serve in la ferias de salud, in the health festivals. We have volunteers who serve in the center, taking care of 22,500 people per year. And then we have the volunteers, the role models that come to school supporting our program, Reaching Our Dreams. This week alone, we have spoken already to more than 1,200 kids in 3 schools. And ladies and gentlemen, in essence, we are a big family working together for the good and welfare of those in need that come to our doors every day seeking to be served. Save Latin America was born with a bright star. Look around you. Look around you, because each and every one of you collectively form that bright star. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Un aplauso más para este señor. Es que tiene una energía y una pasión. Oh my God. I would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge the presence of some people that are very important to this organization and just helps make the community better. Así que si me escuchan, por favor se me levantan para que los podamos ver y poder aplaudirlos. The NSA, National Supermarket Association, where are you guys? Where? Right here? Okay, un aplauso para ellos también. Wells Fargo, where's Wells Fargo? In the corner with a nice view. Todos los latinos de la casa, ¿hay americanos ahí o todos son hispanos? Todos tienen cara de latinos, I'm sorry. You do? ¿De dónde son? ¿Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, Cuba? ¿Dominicanos? Colombia, Perú y Puerto Rico, mi país, claro. ¿Dónde está la gente linda de Garantice su futuro? ¡Ay, en lo lejos! Allá en lo lejos. Saludos, saludos. También, Holy Name Hospital. Where are you? Where? Holy Name. You don't want to get up. You're eating. Wicked. Thank you for being here. Acosta. ¿Dónde está la mesa de Acosta? Those are the ones that are going to be the first dancing. Advantage Sales. Where are you guys? Who's the one going like this? She's the leader of the team. Okay, she's ready to party. ROD Associates. También están ahí. Gracias por estar aquí. Thank you for being here. Also, we want to acknowledge Crossmark. Crossmark, all the way at the end. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Also, CarePoint Health. Where are you? I don't see you. Okay, right there. Thank you very much. And also the Mastermind Limited. Wow, they're happy people. Thank you for being here. You have a great view as well. How many of you have been with us in past years at La Quinta? Don't you think this is an absolutely terrific, gorgeous place? It's beautiful. With our view of New York City, they did a great job. We're going to have a great night. But first, we have some reinas here with us tonight. Así que quiero darle la bienvenida a Mari Llanos. ¿Dónde está Mari Llanos? Con sus niñas bonitas. Mari, pasa por acá, vamos a recibirla con un fuerte aplauso. Ay, por poco me caigo. Eso es parte del show. Ella es la directora de Nuestra Reina Latina USA. Un aplauso, por favor. Mi zapato. Gracias. Buenas noches.
Gracias, Liliana. Buenas noches. Liliana, gracias. Habíamos ya trabajado juntas en Puerto Rico en Guapa TV, Guapa Televisión, un programa familiar al mediodía. Muchas gracias. Bueno, sé que hablo un poquito alto, como calcaño, disculpa. Pero sí, estamos haciendo Nuestra Reina Latina por primera vez, traído por el periódico El Especialito. Muchas gracias, le doy mil gracias al señor Antonio Ibarría, al señor Johnny Torres por permitirnos hacer este certamen, que no solamente es belleza. Este certamen se trata algo diferente. And I'm sorry, if nobody's not understand my Spanish or on English, I'm sorry. It's like you. So, Nuestra Reina Latina es un certamen donde vamos a presentar primeramente, no solamente la corona, es valores. Y muchos latinos sabemos, no podemos tapar el cielo con las manos. Ustedes saben que hoy en día los jóvenes están, lamentablemente, la mayoría están perdidos. Nosotros vamos a rescatar valores. Vamos a enseñar a estas candidatas, estamos rescatando 50 chicas, donde vamos a enseñar, como estamos hablando, respeto, escuchar a las personas, dar los buenos días, dar las buenas noches, dar las gracias, pedir permiso. El señor Johnny Torres va a dar a estas chicas unos seminarios donde vamos a estar rescatando valores, donde vamos a estar enseñando unos seminarios bien importantes. Y estamos tratando de rescatar eso, y es bien importante, como esta noche hay muchas personas que estamos aquí y no están escuchando lo que yo estoy diciendo, pero eso es uno de los ejemplos que vamos a traer para el certamen de Nuestra Reina Latina, que es que escuchemos a las personas, que digamos gracias, buenos días, buenas noches. No solamente es una corona, ni un traje de un diseñador, son los valores. Eso es bien importante. Esta es la diferencia que nosotros vamos a traer en el certamen, que es traído por el periódico número 1 de los Estados Unidos y de los hispanos, El Especialito. Mi nombre es Mari Llanos, yo soy la directora, junto con Valeria Pichardo, estamos trayendo este certamen. Y hoy le vamos a presentar, tenemos ya 18 candidatas, estamos bien contentos y vamos a presentarle hoy, tenemos a Venezuela y tenemos a Cuba. Hemos decidido traer estos dos países, aparte de que muchos de nuestros países latinos tenemos problemas, pero estos dos países son los dos países especiales, Venezuela y Cuba, que tienen muchos problemas políticos. Y queremos darle un poquito de alegría a estos dos países. Aparte de la belleza, estas dos chicas son muy inteligentes, han dado un ejemplo, y eso es lo que vamos a estar trayendo de Nuestra Reina Latina. Así que bienvenidos, estamos siguiendo nuestros casting en toda el área de New York y New Jersey, buscando más candidatas, y aquí estamos. Necesitamos sponsors, así que por favor necesitamos más gente, y muchas gracias Johnny Torres, gracias señor Antonio Ibarría, a todo el comité y al equipo del Especialito por un trabajo inmenso. Gracias, Liliana.
Wow, ella y yo nos conocemos desde que yo trabajaba en televisión en Puerto Rico. Cuando yo tenía como 5 años atrás, ¿no? Hace 20 años atrás. Bueno, las niñas están preciosas. Un último aplauso. Gracias, Cuba y Venezuela. Quiero recordarles que estamos llevando a cabo la subasta afuera y va a estar con nosotros varias horas por lo menos después de la cena, así que no pierdan la oportunidad de participar. Vi yo personalmente un cuadro precioso afuera, así que si no se lo lleva usted, quizás me lo llevo yo, así que participemos y ayudemos. I want to remind you of the silent auction that we have going on tonight. Is managed by RSI Events. The instructions for the auction is in the program that you have with you on the table on page 10. Who's hungry? Who's hungry? You're hungry? Okay, let's pass on and let's have dinner, have a good time. Let's have a little bit of music, some jazz, something nice so we can enjoy dinner. And we'll be right back with the awards. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you for being here tonight. It has been a pleasure for me to be here. I have to go back to Univision 41. I do the news. I'm the weather anchor for 6 and 11, but I really enjoyed these 2 hours that I was with you tonight. And now I would leave you with another weather anchor for Univision. She works on the weekends at 6 and 11 p.m., Karina Garcia, and she will stay with you representing Univision 41 until the party ends. I know Latinos like to party, so I know this is gonna be a long night. Also, we would like to say hello to a proud sponsor of Save Latin America, La gente linda de Porky Products. Where are you? Porky, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I hear it, but I don't see you. Okay, all the way in the back. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Karina.
Gracias, Lily. I get the best part of the night. I get the dancing, the partying. Thank you, Lily, so much. Are we gonna have snow for tomorrow? How is my day tomorrow gonna be? But how is my day tomorrow gonna be? Am I gonna be busy? Thank you guys so much. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros esta noche. Yo soy Karina García, Univision 41 y Despierta América, Sal y Pimienta. Pero antes, le queremos recordar a todos ustedes acerca del silent auction. Lauren, talk to us a little bit about it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am running the silent auction. Hold on, Johnny wants me.
1955. He came with no possessions of note, except a fierce ambition coupled with relentless drive. Beginning as a door-to-door milkman, he gravitated into the retail business, first a barbershop, then a bakery, a department store, and finally, he was the proud owner of a whole chain of furniture stores called Casa Doni in New York and in New Jersey. Through many years of hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance, Mr. Antonio Ibarra is the publisher who has received hundreds of recognitions for his merits as a businessman as well as a humanitarian for his dedication to the Hispanic community. So I'd like you all to give me a round of applause for the chairman, Mr. Antonio Ibarra. ¿A dónde está el galán? That's you. I couldn't see you with all these lights. Do you want to stand up here?
I like to stand here, but I don't know what I'm going to say.
I'm sure you can think of
I
something.
think Johnny and Tony is sitting here. I'm uneducated. I never went to school. What do you expect from me?
I'm sure you're going to think of something
Okay, let me see what I'm going to say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I can and be happy man in the world. You know how hard all you work and you become prosper. I'm very happy because I work hard. I came to this country without speaking English. And I still not speak the English perfect. But I promise you, 20 years from now, I'll be the best. So, I'm very happy. Johnny, you know, I have to say tonight here that I had a partner who was helping me in all organizations to develop, to help the community, by the name Israel Romero. Israel Romero was very instrumental to help a lot of organizations to form, and he was pushed them to help the community. And for one reason or another, we started, and he brought me a fellow by the name Johnny Torre, who was the fellow who organized the bodegas in New York. So let's give me a good applause to Johnny Torres. And I was able to tell him exactly. I had a lot of business. I work in the factory. You know, you have to with me, but you will like this story, you know what I mean? And I used to make 99 cents an hour. And from there, I make $1 an hour. And then from there, I was a barber. I came to New York. I worked part-time in New York. And then from there, I started working in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I worked 2 years for a barber shop. And I remember that I used to tell the fellow that my mother-in-law gave me a dress, and to tell her it was a dress, I said, pam, 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 and I showed them the picture of the dress. And you know, I started helping people from Puerto Rico and Elizabeth. We formed the club Puerto Rico. Los Españoles. We started developing a Cuban club. Then the Chamo Commerce. And then I opened a restaurant. I brought my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, my other brother. And I opened a dry cleaner for her. And then I opened a restaurant, I opened a bakery. Then I opened a department store. Then I opened one foreign store, and all the Cubans start to come in from Cuba. And I make a deal with corporate companies, and they start giving credit. I used to sign for, I open one foreign store, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 foreign store. And you know, because a lot of you guys got supermarkets all over the place. And I was very happy to assist all the Spanish who came from not only Cuba, but there was other nationalities. And because I was ignorant, I was uneducated, I lost everything. Because the company used to charge me 200% interest. One of the things that today you can sue them forever, you know. But anyway, so I lost everything. And then I sold the business. I started a cigarette company in Miami, and then Philip Morris shut me down. This is a beautiful story. From there, after I, you know, had I put the name through. They told me if they was not going to get the company, the Harkin going to take the company. And then 9 months later, I got the name raised in my name, but I was broke, so that's done. I was gone. So, and I spoke to several months, and people say, Tony, I want you to run for mayor. I want you to do this. I say, forget about it. I don't want to run for anything. So I say, if someday I make money, I'm going to create an organization to help the family to be healthy, to do a screening. And I'm sure. So, and that was around 1970. I started a advertising agency and started making money. And then I started paper. And then I remember one day I started doing the logo for Save Latin America. Save Latin America. One of my friends say, Tony, Save Latin America. Why you don't save yourself first? So anyway, from there I started the paper started doing well. Then I started another paper, 3 more papers. And then I went and copied something from Miami, Calle Ocho, and I launched one of the biggest events in West New York, and I packed the whole town. I brought over 100,000 people in New Jersey. And you can go and see, Carnaval de Belgrano 87, you can look into it, you will see what I did. It was unbelievable. But I lost 149,000, I lost 50,000, and I had to close my 3 papers. And then took me 6 years to make it. And then I want to do a daily paper in the United States of America. With no education, I went to Newsday. And Newsday said to me, we had lunch with them, for the publish and everything, and then I want to have a daily paper in New York. How much you need? This and this. I want to make so much. And they say, Tony, I'm sorry, but we're buying a diario. So I went there, I was crying, I said, see, all my work I did. So a month later, they called me and said, Tony, you can do the paper that you were saying, OE, and you're going to be able to do in 6 months. No, I can do this in a month. How much you need? I can need 5 million, I did this and this. And what do you need? 50-50 partnership. So next day, the paper say, Newsday make a business with Antonio Barria, el especial, and when I start signing paper with them, they put 55 for them and 45 for me. We launched the paper, it was very successful. And we did it in Union City, next to my El Especial newspaper. And then from there, they moved to Queens. And when they moved to Queens, they changed the whole thing. And they tried to bring people from here. I say, I don't know what you're doing, but you're destroying my paper. This is my idea. Why you put the money, why you put me here, if you're going to do this to me? So they gave me a few $1 million, and I sold the paper. A year later, 1988, I sold the paper to them. So today the paper was, that time, and 7 years later, they had a big problem. You all know what happened with Newsday and OI and the problem with the circulation. And then from there, I met Johnny Torre, and this is the best thing can happen to me because my dream, I was able to help the community. We help, he say 500,000. We help over 1 million people. We do almost 90 or 100 health festival. We have the center park. We did so much things. We have gone to over 1,000 schools talking to the children. We had so many dinners like tonight with 350 people, with the principal, with the teacher, with the mother, with the children, with the role model, and we recognize 50 every time that we did this. And your industry helped us tremendous, but they went under and they stopped us, but we're still doing this thing. So I want to know if maybe you can recommend somebody so they can teach me how to speak, But I put a lot of money into this business. We started 20 years ago, 19 years ago, and I put over $2 million of my own money into this company. Maybe I'm crazy. If you kill me, you lie. Some people they're telling me, Tony, how could you put money into this thing? No, you know why? Because the guy upstairs watching me. So if you guys here, you gotta believe, if you help those people who cannot help themselves, God will watch you like a. So please help not only my organization, all organizations. Be involved with the community. And I know a lot of you guys do because one of the people help us too. So I promise you next time we invite you, come down, I'm going to say this story better, much easier. So I say, recognize those role models for the job you have done in your life. We pick you guys because you deserve it. We have almost 1,000 role models went to the school to talk to the children in the program that we have, Reach Our Dream program, and we thank every one of you. So, Johnny, thank you for letting me speak. Next time you trying to tell me how could I make a speech here. Thank you, all of you, to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard our chairman. Yes, to speak English is a little hard for him. Let me tell you what is not hard for him. At the beginning of 2016, we didn't have a red cent in the bank to run Save Latin America. Save Latin America runs with 7 employees and 80 volunteers. 7 employees have to get paid. And we have to pay a few other things. One of the things that we should be paying is rent, but he's the landlord. So I went to him and said, Tony, we have problems. At the start of the year, we don't have any money. He may not be able to speak English well, but he's good in speaking with helping with his pocket. He gave me $60,000. I could show you the checks. So let's give this big man a big round of applause. Let's give him an ovation. Stand up for him, please. This is my brother. Now there's somebody else. I was talking about Channel 41 before. Karina Garcia doesn't give us $60,000. But my God, in every event that we have, somehow Karina Garcia, before she got married, and now that she's married and she's got children, somehow she's always there for us. Let's give Karina Garcia, let's give this princess a big round of applause. Thank you, darling.
Thank you. It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. So now let's get to the awards, guys. How does this sound? Well, the first evening's award presentation will be started by Francisco Guzman, current president of the Rotary Club of North Hudson. Francisco Guzman.
Like all of us in life, we have many titles, we have many gifts, we enter many doors. So I started today as the executive assistant to Johnny Torres, but for this particular award, I'm representing the Rotary Club of North Hudson. And we cover everything north of Hoboken. We don't go into actually Bergen County. But it is my pleasure to present to you the honoree for our corporate award, and that is Hackensack UMC Palisades. Now, I have no idea what you just said. If the chairman's in the room, because I can't see anything with that light. Yeah. So one of the things that happens is, you can read in the program, the journal, I'll call you up, Bruce, in a second. You can read about all the wonderful stuff, their first hospital for this, or the awards, you can take care of that. But from a Save Latin America perspective, what we want to say is, we want to talk about the heart of this particular hospital, and the heart of the people that serve the community. Because one of the things that Johnny will tell you, because I wasn't there, when we first started to do health services and health fairs and outreach, it was Palisades who was there with us, who we learned with them, they learned with us. We figured stuff out, and wherever we need to partner, we knock at the door and they answer and they help us connect with other people. So it's not about all the name changes, all this restructuring, all the buildings. We started on Bergen Line, now we're on between Park Avenue and Hudson. So we changed buildings, but our hearts don't change. So when we are getting this recognition, it's heart to heart, corazón a corazón. All right? So Bruce, if you can come up.
Well. Thank you very much. I especially want to thank Tony and Johnny and all of the folks that supported Safe Latin America. We at Palisades are very proud to support our community, to help support Safe Latin America for all the wonderful things that they do to support our community. I stand before you as the president of Palisades, and I want to tell you that it's really the wonderful orchestra of people that represent Palisades, Hackensack UMC Palisades, Palisades Medical Center, that do such a wonderful job, the more than 1,500 people. And I might be the conductor of the orchestra, but it's really that wonderful team that does so much to help our community. So I'm very honored to accept this award. We'll always be there with you, Johnny, with you, Tony, and all the folks at Save Latin America to help you and to work with you to promote the wonderful things that you do and the health of the communities that we serve. So thank you so much.
So, you want to read the award? Okay. So it says, and we got the name right, Hackensack UMC Palisades, for improving the health and well-being of our diverse community through their advanced healthcare services and innovative outreach programs. That's also a shout out to Nikki.
Chairman, come up to the stage. Chairman Ibarria, where are you? Where are you? Maybe you want to start a different business.
Individual award presentation, I would like to call Mr. Rich DeSimone, Senior Vice President, Sales and Marketing for Alpha One Marketing Corporation, to the stage.
Good evening. Most times when you introduce someone, you have to search to find enough to say about them. In the case of Jose Perez, it was just the opposite. I had to decide what to leave out since he accomplished so much. And I think to spend hours talking about Jose, I'm not so sure this group can last that long, especially with many more awards to come. Jose was born in New York City and raised in the South Bronx by Puerto Rican parents. He quickly learned that hard work and perseverance were crucial to success. Working in his father's bodega at 12 years old, and it's funny sometimes what life does, because his bodega was serviced by Metro Spanish, which was run by Johnny Torres. He learned quickly success from the ground up, and at 21, he opened up his first Seatown supermarket. He quickly opened up 4 more. And so with hard work, success came. With the resources that was generated through the supermarkets, Jose reinvested those dollars and started Mastermind, a development company to address areas of the South Bronx that cried out for urban development. As the Bronx was burning and people were leaving in droves, Jose was further anchoring himself in the Bronx. In 1990, he began to buy properties in the South Bronx, and in 1994, Mastermind began building. And today is one of the most active real estate development companies in the Bronx, with over 2 million square feet as Mastermind. Quite an accomplishment. Currently employs with Mastermind over 70 people. There are 6 projects that they currently have under development, and one of them is the Tremont Renaissance Project, one of the largest housing developments in New York City. Now, the reason why I went through this history of Jose is where they intersect, these two businesses, is in giving back to the communities that he serves. Through his supermarkets, he has 6 events through the course of the year. For back to school, with backpacks and school supplies for the kids in the neighborhoods. He runs senior citizen events, and Jose started a Cinco de Mayo event around his Crescent Avenue store in the Bronx. It has grown so huge that it was designated the official Cinco de Mayo event for the entire Bronx by the borough president. Through his supermarkets, he also works very closely with the Bronx as it relates to their health and eating initiative, as well as offering fresh produce to their consumers. Through Mastermind, currently over 700 low and moderate affordable housing has been built, with 600 more currently in development. So there'll be over 1,300 apartments available for people that really need it. So you can see he's not ventured far from his roots or core values, offering people the opportunity to succeed, living in an environment that fosters family values in healthy neighborhoods. He not only gives back to the communities financially, but as we all know, with something that's much more valuable than that, his time. He serves on several boards, to include the Bronx Overall Economic Development Board. Jose is a partner in business and in life for 42 years. His lovely wife, Elsie. As well as 2 sons, Radame and Damien, and 3 grandsons. All are involved in the 2 companies, who will keep the traditions set by Jose moving forward for many years to come. So as you can see, he was the perfect candidate for tonight's award for the great accomplishments for someone who has not forgotten his roots. His mom and his 2 brothers today still live in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. However, it wasn't easy to get Jose to accept this award, because Jose is a very, very humble man. Jose would rather be in the shadows than the spotlight. So we kind of have to drag him into this kicking and screaming. And to tell you how humble a man Jose is, you can still find him on the loading dock when our trucks get there. Sometimes that's good news, sometimes it's not. We're not perfect. And you can go on the Mastermind Project site and you'll see Jose with a shovel in his hand. And to tell you a little bit more about his humility, a little known fact about Jose is he's one hell of a clammer. You put a clam rake in his hand, you can't get him out of the water. And he can certainly afford to buy as many clams as he wants, and he can eat them all when he's done. And then last insight I'll give you into Jose, we were recently on vacation, and we were in a really beautiful spot in a neighborhood made for the tourists with luxury shops. And as we're walking down the street, instead of commenting on the shops, there was a guy on the street, on the sidewalk, with a shoe shine box shining shoes. And Jose commented to me, "Rich, I was that guy when I was 9 years old in Brooklyn. I had a shoe shine box." So that tells you the kind of guy Jose Perez is. So now, I would like to introduce our honoree that I am so proud to call mi amigo, Mr. Bronx, Jose Perez. Okay, so to Jose Perez for his personal and professional commitment to the community and making a forward-looking impact in the real estate industry. February 3rd, 2017. Save Latin America. Jose, congratulations.
Thank you, Richard. Well, very well said. Not the right speaker. That's why Richard was the one that really introduced me. He knows me very well, and I do like to clam, so I want to let you guys know that. And it is true. Once we finish, we take him to his home, and he opens them up. I just want to say thank you, Richard. I want to thank the organization Save America for recognizing me and being here. I am honored, and I'm honored to be representing all the Latin and Boricua community. Johnny Torres, thank you. I know you for a very long time. You know my dad for a very long time. And I was also very grateful at that time when you did help a lot of the bodegas do their accounting. You really did a good job. I want to be able to say thank you to my lovely wife also, Elsie. My family, that we're very, very close. My grandson, 15 years old, and I want to be able to say thank you for being there and helping me do what I love in business and where I'm at. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and let's always look up to this organization that is so great, that has done such a good job. Thank you.
Perfecto. Acá. Perfecto. Acá, por favor.
For our second individual award presentation, I would like to call Mr. Julio Cohen, General Manager at Continental Food and Beverage, exclusive bottlers of the Coca-Cola Company for brand Inca Cola.
Thank you. So, I was given the honor to present today a really good friend. Her whole family is very dear to us in Inca Cola. Our Inca Cola family is very proud to be part of all their businesses, and not just their initiatives and their businesses, but also their humanitarian causes that they basically support. Her family, I would like to say that her family's in the supermarket royalty. Why would I say that? Well, first of all, because her mom was one of the founders of the National Supermarket Association, alongside with her uncle, Eligio Peña. Doña Úrsula, Don Eligio were the forefathers of the organization, one of them. And alongside with her family, his father, Francisco, there being a lot of good things that came along with all of that. First of all, a family business, a great successful family in all of their what they do. And we feel as a company, and me personally, that they're friends of ours. And today I want to present to you a human being that's been part of our company, part of our success, and part of their company's success. So I want to present to you Jenny Jorge. Los Tres Proceres Antillanos Award 2017 presented to Jenny Jorge in recognition for her outstanding leadership in food industry and community involvement, February 3rd, 2017.
It's always a little bit nerve-wracking when you're up at a podium speaking to a crowd, but thank you, Julio, for that introduction. I'm honestly very, very humbled and very grateful that an organization like Save Latin America would choose to honor someone like me. I was born and raised in the United States, but my parents were the immigrants that came here and started with their American dream. And really taught us, me, my brother, my sister who's sitting there, and my older brother who's in North Carolina and wasn't able to make it, really taught us hard work, work ethic, and really loyalty to everyone that supports you along the way to make it to where we are today. As immigrants, I think that now more than ever, your organization is so useful, it's so helpful. And when you are able to have the American dream and be successful, it is so necessary to give back to those that maybe didn't have the support system or aren't able to be as lucky as us, to have parents and friends and partners that help us get to where we are today. So an organization like yours is now more than ever extremely necessary in this country. So thank you.
Excelente. Perfecto. Acá, por favor. Acá, por favor. Yo voy a acabar contigo.
Antonio Calcaño, my dear friend, Senior National Account Manager at elespecial.com, el especialito.com y el especialito. ¿Qué otra cosa tú haces?
Here. ¿Cómo están pasando la noche? How is everybody? Is everybody having a good time? How was the dessert? I especially ordered that dessert. Lava cake. The most wonderful dessert there is in the world. Oh, no, the skyline here, everything's good. But we want to thank once again our sponsors for tonight. Without your generosity, your help, your deep pockets, we would not be able to provide the services that the Hispanic communities of New York and New Jersey so desperately need. We live in the greatest country in the world, Yes, yes. But unfortunately, there are some folks lacking behind. And thank God there's organizations like Save Latin America that will help them get up in the line. And thanks to your generosity and your pocketbooks, we are able to do that. I'm going to introduce someone who is a very dear friend of mine, who I've known for a long time. He's here with his mom and his friends. Before I read his bio, and I read his bio because he deserves it, I just want to tell you a little bit about my friend Luis Alamo. Yes. Luisito, and I call him Luisito. We've known each other for a couple of years, and as long as I've known him, this gentleman has always been at the forefront of helping people. Isn't that nice? Helping you out as a human being without asking anything in return. As long as I've known Luisito, he's been like that. And we are lucky. The world is lucky. The community's lucky. Hudson County's lucky. The United States is lucky to have people like Luisito Alamo. And we love you for that, brother. And don't change a bit. Te quiero mucho. I want to read his bio. No, not tonight, Chairman. Luisito Alamo is a first-generation Cuban-American in exile. He's a graduate of the New York Military Academy and has completed courses at the Fashion Institute of Technology. The sudden death of Mr. Alamo's father precipitated his involvement in the family business, Crisantos Clothing. He was responsible for growing his family business from $7 million local operation to a $20 million multi-state operation with distribution in Central and South America. Yes, entrepreneurship makes this country what it is, ladies and gentlemen. After downsizing the family business, Mr. Alamo entered the insurance business. At present, he has more than 22 years of experience in the insurance industry. In 1994, he founded Alamo Insurance Corporation. He grew the business from one-person operation to New Jersey's largest minority-owned insurance brokerage firm. Yes, applaud. That is a monumental task. He credits the company's success on his intense focus on building both personal and professional relationships with his clients. The company is known for helping clients navigate risk. Today, Mr. Alamo is known for his widespread involvement in community service activities in the New York, New Jersey metro area. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, give a round of applause for Luisito Alamo. Luisito, and I hope you don't mind me calling you Luisito, that's why I call you. Los Tres Proceres Antillanos Awards 2017 presented to you for his personal and professional commitment to the community and making a positive impact in the insurance industry. We honor you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. First and foremost, thank God. Thank you all. Congratulations to all my fellow honorees. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I want to thank Johnny, the board of directors. I want to especially thank Tony Tony, you've been a role model to me my entire life. I remember you as a young boy taking time to pay attention to me and to show me values. And I heard you say earlier, you know, to thank God and to give back. And I was wondering for a while what I could possibly have done to deserve this honor. And I was remembering more than 20 years ago you sharing with me, I remember where we were at the Maison, we were at the bar, and you said to me, something, I'm gonna save Latin America. And I didn't imagine that this would grow to be what it is 20 years later, 20-something years later, you'd be honoring me today. And then I thought, what took you so long? I mean, 19 other Cubans before me, but thank you. You know, it's about God and it's about family. I lost my dad at a very young age to a very sudden and violent and tragic death. I don't know where I'd be or who I'd be if it wasn't for friends like you, and if it wasn't for my two dates really tonight, my mother, say hi Mom, and my godmother, Mercy, who raised me and showed me to be a man of values and a man that appreciates every little thing that I have been blessed with. And it's true, we do have to give back, Tony. And that's our mission, to reinvest in the communities that we serve. This is my godmother, Mercy. Watch out. Kind of beautiful. Beautiful and powerful and entrepreneurial and cosmopolitan and sexy. They are dynamic and they knew how to raise me. And I thank them and I thank God every day for them. For my son Lou, run up here real quick. Lou is a senior at Rutgers, majoring in keggers, soon to be joining the family business. My daughter Lauren, who's in Miami, is a project manager for the 22-day diet. I wish she was here. And I wish my dad was here. I know he's looking down today. I know he's smiling. I know that I'm surrounded by beautiful, God-fearing people who are grateful for this opportunity, and we promise to continue to do everything that we can with every bit of resource that we have. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Un paso para acá porque me tapan las veces. Ahí eso. Perfecto. Ok. Aquí por favor. Thank you.